Hi guys, and welcome back to Review Starlight. So, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be ranking the 12 birthday cards that have been released so far. Since we're exactly halfway through the first set of birthday cards, I thought that this would be fun. My ranking is going to be based off of the cards kits, as well as my personal experience going against each one of them. I'm hoping to do a follow-up video once the rest of the cards are released, so with that, let's begin. So first up we have Detective Hikari. Now you're probably going to hear me repeat this a lot, but honestly, the early birthday cards got completely power crept by the newer ones, and this Hikari is no exception. Being the first to get a birthday card definitely has its downsides, but with that being said, her 3 AP move cancels the negative effects of all allies, which these days with poison, blindness, confusion, and burn cards being used more often is an excellent move to have. Her climax also deals confusion, so there's that as well, but honestly I think her 3 AP move alone is her saving grace. So I guess for that alone I will put her in S, tentatively. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. A solid card, plus her climax is super cute and she's matching with Detective Karen. So there's that. Next we have Cheshire Mahiru. Now, upon first glance, this card seems like a huge threat. Her climax gives fortitude as well as an evasion, which honestly is perfect for dodging finishing acts, and she has a sick 4 AP move that deals accuracy down to all opponents. So, overall, a very interesting kit that we haven't seen any other cards having so far. As someone who owns her though, I'm gonna have to, again, I think put her in S. Not going to lie, her fort up is a huge blessing, but her evasion is wholly dependent on the timing and can suck if not utilized properly. Her accuracy down would have put her up in SSS if it wasn't for AP, because honestly that shit is expensive. So yeah, sorry Mahiru, gonna have to keep you in S. If we were ranking on climaxes though, she'd be an SSS. Like, it's so cute. I love it so much. The next card is Futaba. So honestly, I'm not a huge fan of her card art, but I'm going to put her in SSS. Her kit is all around meta, built for the current PvP. She has AP down, counter heal, and most importantly, an aggro move that outspeeds literally all of the other tanks. Even if they have agility memoirs, it doesn't matter. Like, this Futaba is freaking fast. I'm honestly glad that they gave her such a strong card though, because her other two, I think she has 2, I don't even know. All I know is that she barely has like any 4-star cards, but her other cards are just not good, they're not relevant at all, so I'm glad that they gave this card for Futaba fans. So yeah, on that note, we have another forgotten Seisho girl, my personal favorite and best girl, Kaoruko. Honestly, even though I didn't have enough gems to support my best girl, I would literally give up my remaining 3,000 gems to see her get a new card. We haven't had a new one since her birthday, and oh gosh, I really want a new Kaoruko card. Like, I would love to have like a swimsuit card of her, or literally anything. Just give her a new card, please. But anyways, Marie Antoinette gets an instant SSS. I feel like I don't really have to explain myself. Why? Because once again, her kit is built for the current meta, and she's Kaoruko. Excuse my bias, she always gets SSS. The next card is Dao-chan Ichie, which is another card that I think I'm gonna have to put in SSS. Not only is her counter heal, confusion, and slow burn climax deadly, but her special defense stats are surprisingly good as well. Ranked 13 out of 220 for special defense power, it honestly never ceases to amaze me how good she is at holding up until the very end. Her climax is a bit boring in my opinion, but her card art absolutely slaps. It gets a 10 out of 10 from me. I don't think anyone was expecting her to pull off a theme like that, but she does it really well. Like, absolutely, yes, I love the card art. So next is Fumi, and I'm sorry Fumi fans, she gets a D. I put a D plus though, so you know, you don't have to feel too bad. But just like Hikari, I think that this one, well, she was one of the most earliest cards, and yeah, she had a disadvantage by the other later birthday cards. I honestly can't say too much about her kit because I've never actually seen someone use her in PvP, which might actually say something. Maybe she's a good PvE card, I honestly couldn't tell you. But anyways, yeah, in terms of PvP and the current meta, she gets a D, which is unfortunate because like Futaba, she doesn't have nearly as many cards as other girls, Maya. But yes, I'm also not a fan of her climax. It was a bit boring, but then again, Fumi is my worst of worst girls, so I might be a little biased, you know. Sorry, Fumi fans. The next card is one of the more recent ones. Yeah, we're getting to pretty recent ones, which is Red Riding Hood Yuko. And before I rank her, can I just say that I love her climax. Like, it gets a 1000 out of 10. I literally did not even recognize her voice in regards to other times that I've heard it. Like, yes, climax alone, I give her like an SSS. But in terms of this current scale, I think I'll have to give her a solid S. It's not that her kid is bad, it's more just like the others outshine her. Her her AP moves are honestly nothing special aside from the probability dependent stamp one. Her climax is an invincibility buff, which honestly I was like really happy to see resurface again. After Bright Hikari, I wasn't sure we'd ever see another card have an invincibility climax, but then Yuko shows up, so that's great. Her climax is so powerful as well, but as I said before, I just feel like other cards deserved a higher spot than this one. But let me reiterate, her climax is definitely my favorite out of all the birthday cards, hands down. If we were ranking based on climaxes, she'd be an SSS. She'd be like a god tier. Like, I love it so much. Next up, we have another recent birthday card. We have Dorothy Aruru, who literally, this girl had me so fooled. This girl jumped from A rank to SS rank on the JP ranking scale in like seriously a matter of days. At first glance, I underestimated her capabilities so much, but after going against her in PvP, honestly yikes, people troll with her by using only her plus like another card and still win. Like, it's Marie Karuko 2.0. So yeah, I'm not going to get into it too much. Go look up her skill for yourself, or just, go against her in real life. She'll probably win. But yeah, she gets a solid SSS. If you have a chance to ban her while you can, just do it. Just do it, okay? So there is only 4 more cards left. Oops, I forgot Shiori. So we have Lalafin, Tsukasa, and Shiori. So I'm going to sadly have to put Lalafin in A. I feel like that's pretty mean of me, but yeah, sorry Lalafin. It might not seem fair, but honestly, her climax, I think, depends so much on the other cards you're running. I feel like her usability relies so heavily on the cards your opponent has too, or the cards that like your opponent lets through. So, if you have to have like more than just one fire card if you have Dao-chan, and I guess maybe like Maya Terasu. I'm trying to think of other slow burn cards. Maybe the newest Wedding Maya. Then maybe she can be more usable, but I just feel like, it depends so much on the cards that you have, the cards your opponent lets through, etc., etc. With that being said again though, her climax is super, super cute. In terms of climaxes, I would give her an SS. Moving on, we have Jeannie Takata. I'm torn between, honestly, putting her in S and SS. I'm honestly not sure. Her AP moves are useful but pricey, both 3 AP. Her climax is useful to a certain extent while dealing poison and confusion, but again, I feel like the other cards make her kit look simpler in comparison. I'm not a huge fan of the card art for some reason either. I think it's the way that her head is positioned, but I'm not sure. Her climax is cute as fuck. Final thoughts, I'm gonna put her in S. Second to last card, we have Phantom Michiru. Now, Michi is one of my favorite girls, and I absolutely love the Phantom of the Opera, but I'm still going to have to put this card in S. I know that other lists put her, if not at the top, near the top, but I just don't think that it is that amazing. Her APs are very good, evasion and sleep to front enemy, and her climax is a 2-hit stop move. Her 3 AP gives sleep to the first enemy, however, that is only useful for stopping tanks and mid-rows if utilized at the right time. These types of cards that rely so heavily on making the right move at the exact right time are honestly a hit or miss for me. If she can pull off her stop climax before the enemy can do anything, for example, counter heal or something, she can be extremely helpful, but with her agility, which is way slower than other popular meta cards, I doubt it. it's not going to work necessarily. Besides, all it takes is for the opponent to dodge a climax completely to ruin its effectiveness. So sorry Michiru for a bit of a low ranking. Her climax still looks amazing though. So, okay, now we are left with the very, very last PvP card of the birthday sets. Currently, we have Vampire Sheree, and, okay, again, I'm honestly torn here. I might have to tweak my rating list. I think I'm going to bump Hikari down to A, Yuko down to A, and I'm going to put Vampire Sheree in S. Yes, I think this is good. And actually, okay, now that I'm looking at it, I think this is good. This is a good ranking. But anyways, okay, sorry, I totally just changed my train of thought, or my thought process or whatever, in the last minute. But this is my final ranking. Let me just make some comments on Vampire Sheree though. Again, I think she is she's a good card. Her climax does blindness and super heavy poison, or slow poison, whatever you want to say. But honestly, I think that it's a good card, but I feel also with cards that can just completely get rid of negative effects, for example, we're talking Zeus Maya or Maskuro, I feel like her poison is not that much of a threat anymore. I feel okay, honestly though, now that I'm saying that could literally apply to any of the slow burn poison, negative effect cards, so yeah, I honestly, okay, I'm torn, but I think she deserves a spot. So there you are. Here is my absolute final tier list for all of the current cards released. I hope you enjoyed this, and again, this is all based on my personal experience, maybe my personal bias, I don't know. So anyways, yes, I'm planning to do a follow-up video once the rest of the cards are released, so please look forward to it. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!